Coming up next on Eyewitness News tonight, arson is ruled in an overnight fire in Beaumont. And a chance of rain.
The United Football League will play its championship game next weekend. Do you care? We'll ask you in tonight's telephone poll.
And another controversy is bubbling up in Orange County. We'll have details of these stories and more coming up next on Eyewitness News. Good evening, and thanks very much for joining us tonight. In the news, an early morning fire at a South Beaumont business has been ruled arson. That's the word from investigators who say the blaze at the video outpost just before 5:30 this morning was deliberately set. The video game shop in the 1600 block of Franklin sustained heavy damage. The adjacent stores were damaged by both smoke and water. No one was hurt in the blaze, and investigators say they have no suspects and no motive in connection with the fire, but their investigation continues tonight. Meanwhile, employees at the Arco chemical plant in Port Arthur are breathing a sigh of relief tonight. No one was injured in a major fire that swept through the heart of the plant last evening. And tonight, Eyewitness News reporter Doug Hoffacker reports on the monumental effort to put it out.
The flames broke out about 9 last night. They weren't completely out until about 8 hours later. At first, workers in the area tried dousing flames with fire extinguishers. Soon they realized more help was necessary. Everyone was accounted for, and within minutes, upwards of 100 Arco employees were joined by firemen from Port Arthur, Port Neches, Nederland, and Beaumont.
I can't say enough good about the response. The Sabine Neches chiefs and all the fire departments, well coordinated. They had it contained. They kept moving with the different changes of winds and the change in the fire. Did a super job.
Throughout the day today, water was sprayed on the hot, twisted metal to cool it off and keep it from igniting again.
We manufacture polyethylene or plastic here, and once the plastic catches on fire, it's exceptionally hard to put out. The finishing area is the department that was on fire. It's the pelletizing department. So we had some product stored on the upper levels, and once the fire caught onto it's very difficult to extinguish.
After the area cools off, company officials will get in close to check out the damage. Only then will they know how much they lost and how long it will take to get operations back to normal. Doug Hoffacker, 12 Eyewitness News in Port Acres.
Well, a Baytown youngster is in stable condition tonight in a Houston hospital after he lost his left hand to a homemade bomb explosion. Baytown police say the father of one of the 3 boys involved used gunpowder in a construction job, and the boys helped themselves to what was left over. The youngsters filled a coffee can with the powder, put a lid on it, and ignited a fuse. Officials at the hospital removed 14-year-old Davy Jones from their critical list today. A friend of his is in stable condition in a Baytown hospital, and another boy was treated at the scene. 30 positions may be cut in Port Arthur schools this fall as the district tries to come to grips with its budget crisis without raising taxes. For years, the wealthy district has enjoyed increasing revenues to work with. But district figures now show that because of the local economy slumping and state funding is down, there is no increase this year, and operating costs continue to rise. So tomorrow night, the school board will consider reducing the staff by 30 people. A few have already decided to leave.
15 or 20 right now, plus some 7 aides, plus some positions that are vacant and unfilled in maintenance that we may be looking at. We don't really know. It may be that we're able to take care of everyone. We don't really know. But we do see a real crisis.
Well, the school board wants to make a decision on reductions quickly so those affected can plan for new jobs at other school districts elsewhere. There are those who want to shut down the Beaumont School District and those who don't. Backers of the dissolution plan are pleased by a decision made at today's Jefferson County Court meeting. Eyewitness News reporter Karen Grant was there.
The meeting began with 2 members of the Beaumont School Board saying blacks have nothing to gain and everything to lose from shutting down the Beaumont School District. Odwin Samuel said immediately following dissolution, if it passes, while county officials have control, blacks would have no representation among this group.
Because of the way that the voting process is made up now, it will be very difficult to get that representation. If we were attached to the South Park District, we would have a district with 52% minority population with no representation.
But supporters said that race is not an issue for commissioners to consider.
Education is the main and indeed the only real issue involved in the dissolution election.
And Kerwin Stone urged commissioners to put the issue before voters next month. It was apparent commissioners did not want to be involved in this, but County Judge Richard LeBlanc indicated their backs are against the wall. To obey state law, he says, they have to put the measure on the August 13th ballot. To obey federal law, they're supposed to have pre-clearance from the Justice Department first.
In my conversations with the Justice Department tells me that they will not give pre-clearance on this item unless this Commissioner's Court passes a resolution saying what we're going to do with the school district, whatever it is. If we don't, then they're going to wait until October, November in order to determine what was right and what was wrong.
Commissioners voted to put the issue on the August 13th ballot. They also passed a resolution stating they would attach it to the South Park District. They are hoping that resolution speeds up the government's answer about possible minority rights violations. Karen Grant, 12, Eyewitness News.
Well, a former Beaumont police officer who was indefinitely suspended from the force last August by Police Chief Willie Bauer has been denied reinstatement in Beaumont District Court. Bauer says Officer John Webb was suspended for misconduct and failing to tell the truth regarding off-duty employment, which is a violation of the department's rules. Webb contended the information Bauer used in deciding on the suspension was false and that a labor arbitrator who upheld the action June 6th of this year had no jurisdiction in the case. Coming up next on Eyewitness News, there is a new controversy brewing in Orange County. We'll have that story and more right after this. Well, as long as most Triangle residents can remember, the Orange County Commissioners have always taken care of the county's roads. But that may be changing soon. Tonight, Eyewitness News reporter John Savage says a new proposal was presented today at the Orange Commissioners meeting that would make one man responsible for all county road and bridge repairs.
The report recommends running the road department as a unit system, as do 18 other counties in the state. This means that precinct lines with regard to the road department would be abolished. Commissioners would no longer be directly responsible for the roads in their respective precincts. Instead, one man, a professional engineer, would be hired and vested with full hiring and firing responsibilities. He would report directly to Commissioners Court. Judge James Stringer wasn't exactly sold on the idea.
So you would have to certainly make sure that he was treating everyone fairly and not being prejudicial toward one person or one precinct or the other. And the fact that a person in this position can get to a point of where he can be somewhat of a dictator.
A question and answer session has been scheduled for August 3rd. The group that put the proposal together says the unit system would mean less money spent on equipment, less money needed to maintain county roads, plus offer the benefits of a centralized location. However, some commissioners reacted coolly toward the proposal.
The last count we had was there was about 19 counties that was in the unit system, out of 254 counties statewide. Now, if it's so good, why is just 19 counties in the unit system?
Several of the commissioners told me that they would withhold judgment on it until after the August 3rd meeting. John Savage, 12 Eyewitness News in Orange.
That teenager who drowned yesterday trying to rescue his sister near Searim State Park was identified today. Officials say 13-year-old Billy Hagan died after he attempted to aid the girl who had fallen from a raft. The body was recovered about 6 hours after he disappeared in shallow water. Meanwhile, a drowning at Houston's new Water World amusement park yesterday afternoon claimed the life of a 7-year-old girl. Officials say 2 lifeguards pulled Maria Rhodes from a large swimming pool within 30 seconds of sighting her on the pool's bottom. However, they were not able to revive her. A Water World official says the $10 million facility employs 120 lifeguards, with as many as 68 being on duty at any one time. Well, thousands of people nationwide suffer from chronic pain for one reason or the other. Many ignore the aches. Others take medication to control the soreness. But Eyewitness News reporter Mary Swandollar says there's a new device that helps eliminate pain without the side effects of drugs.
It's called a transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulator, TENS for short, and it's designed to block pain.
It will interfere with that pain signal being reached to the brain. The overall effect is it improves the healing process and also reduces the amount of medication that the patient has to take.
The TENS system is a small battery-operated box with connectors and wires that can be put on the body. While attached to the skin, the unit produces electrical impulses, which interfere with the body's ability to carry nerve signals of pain to the brain.
It's not designed to cure it or stop it. It's designed to interfere with the signal of the brain to pick up that pain signal. It won't mask any other related pain that's due to that same type of injury.
Wallace says this $600 unit is being used in Houston hospitals following surgery to speed up recovery time and eliminate or reduce the use of drugs. But TENS is just being introduced to the medical community here in the Golden Triangle.
It already has been tried and judged through the FDA, the Federal Drugs Administration. It's approved. It's a means of application to assist the patient. The medical profession generally looks on it favorably.
Controlling pain through electrical impulses is an ancient art. According to history, the Egyptians used electric eels to ease pain. There were no side effects then, and none recorded now. Mary Swandollar, 12 Eyewitness News, Beaumont.
Incidentally, if you are interested in finding out more about the TENS system, you can contact a physician or a local hospital. It can only be purchased with a prescription. Now, the search continues for a liver tonight for 8-month-old Courtney Davis. After a remarkable weekend recovery of sorts, Courtney continues to hold on to life tonight. John Tyner, the little girl's grandfather, says that although she is still losing blood, she isn't losing it as rapidly. According to Tyner, Courtney only lost 8 cc's of blood overnight last night. While the youngster seems to be stabilizing, the key to recovery still depends on finding a liver donor. All right, after this break, Roland Miller has the forecast, and we'll also have a story on a strange occurrence in North Texas that has lawmen baffled. Stay with us. Well, looks like the weekend came and went without any significant bad weather. In fact, it was quite nice.
Yeah, a little humid, but you can expect that for this time of year.
It wasn't as bad as last weekend.
No, that's true. That's true.
Humidity-wise. I even got out and mowed the lawn yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Good.
Climbed up on the roof.
It's about time the grass is about that high.
No, it's about that high.
Yeah, we're looking for pretty much the same with partly cloudy skies. There is there's a tropical disturbance out in the Gulf of Mexico. We'll show you that in a couple of minutes, producing some pretty heavy thunderstorms. But currently in the Triangle, temperatures still quite warm. 90 degrees in Beaumont as we do a little racing in the cars. It's over at the mini carts, or whatever you call those things, over at, on College Street. Thank you very much. Go-karts. 89 degrees in Orange, 89 degrees in Port Arthur, and Lake Charles scorching at 91. Humidity dropping just a bit. It's at 50%. The barometer is falling. Our winds are out of the east at 15 miles per hour. There's the high today, 90 degrees, and the overnight low of 74. That looks like a lot of fun. Let's take a look at that disturbance. You see it, basically, heavy thunderstorms continue out in the Gulf of Mexico, well out into the Gulf of Mexico.